It is all over at Celtic for Ange Postecoglou. He's had a dominating 2 seasons, but he will be saying farewell to Celtic after 2 years, and he is going to the Premiership. He is going to the League of the Big Boys to take over a struggling Spurs.
Goddamn right it is, because David Ornstein has tweeted, he's announced that Spurs are very, very close to announcing this Ange Postecoglou deal. It's who they've wanted all along. Did they want Luis Enrique? No. Did they want anybody else? No. And guess what? Twitter is absolutely burying Ange. And that's exactly what happened when he came here.
They buried him for not knowing his name, for not knowing who he was. Now they're burying him for leaving Celtic. But, I mean, this guy is leaving Celtic in a much better position than he inherited. Let's be honest. He came in, Celtic were a shambles. Everyone was expecting Celtic to lose the league to Rangers for the next couple of seasons at least. And Ange came in and he done the exact opposite. He won the league over the next couple of seasons. And he added 3 out of the 4 domestic cups as well. Now, the only thing you'd probably look back on and think he could have done better was in Europe. First spell in the Europa League, he got 9 points in his group, which is a pretty good tally. Good win over Real Betis, was moments away if he'd beaten Bayer Leverkusen. I don't think it was a horrible run by any means. Sometimes 9 points gets you through. On that occasion it wasn't enough. And then the Champions League run, results-wise, it wasn't good enough. Some of the performances were okay, but I mean, overall, it was a disappointing campaign. Not to finish ahead of Shakhtar Donetsk, I think, was really poor for Celtic, considering it was a team missing most of their players.
Exactly, and it wasn't, and that will be the only real blemish on his record. I mean, people could say the Scottish Cup, but let's be real, 5 trophies out of 6 is bad.
We can't exactly bury the guy because he didn't win all 6 trophies in his time at Celtic.
Yeah, so it's just it's Europe. Europe wasn't good enough, but you know what? Ange came out all season.
I wouldn't say Europe wasn't good enough. I would say I think they could have done better.
Getting punked out against Bodo Glimt, that wasn't good enough. I'm sorry, that's not good enough, right?
No, that was pretty bad.
See, in the Europa League as well, right? Yeah, they beat Ferencváros twice. Who the fuck couldn't beat Ferencváros twice?
Celtic the previous season.
Exactly, so do the math. Yeah, it's not good enough though.
But you just said who couldn't beat Ferencváros at Celtic, didn't beat them
Exactly.
They knocked Celtic at the Champions League.
Yeah, because that was awful. Well done. Wait, so hold on. If Rangers beat Progress Niederkorn twice the next season, are we supposed to fucking bow down?
Well, that's an improvement, isn't it?
Fuck off. Right, anyway, that's about Celtic.
Yeah, so after the Scottish Cup final, I think, listen, people were saying we don't know. Ange keeps his cards close to his pocket.
He's got 8 cards left, man. He's on the joker.
They said that Ange isn't going to come out and say that he is staying at Celtic, and at the same time, he isn't going to come out and say that he's leaving. Of course he's not going to come out and say he's leaving, right? When they've still got a Scottish Cup final to go. I get that. But if he wasn't going, if he was staying, then it would be easier for him, and it would be the smart thing to do, the logical thing to do, to just come out and distance himself from the Spurs job or any other job and simply say, I will be the Celtic manager next season. He didn't do that, and the reason he didn't do that was because he was considering the Tottenham job. He was giving it serious thought, and I mean, that's one reason. The second reason why I knew he was going is because Spurs are a bigger club, a better club, and a richer club with a much bigger stadium and more ambition than the other teams that have came in or that have been linked with Ange in the past, like Leeds United, West Ham, Everton. Spurs are a step above them. I think Crystal Palace he was linked with as well.
Spurs are a bigger club than them, man.
Linked with Brighton. I mean, he's pretty much been linked with everybody, but Spurs...
He was linked with Chelsea, to be fair.
Well, I don't remember those links, but...
I do.
And last but not least, Spurs actually wanted him. Spurs had him as the #1 target. He was favourite with the bookmakers. I feel like the other clubs... At the time, he was never really their target. It was just
a name in the mix.
He was just thrown into the mix simply because he was doing such a good job at Celtic. But West Ham never identified Ange Postecoglou as their top target. Leeds never done that. The only team that's come out and done that is Tottenham. And I thought it was too good for him to turn down. And it turns out it was too good for him to turn down. And he will leave. I am convinced he will leave. I said...
No, but that's the thing. What can stop this deal? Nothing. I don't see what could stop it.
I don't think Celtic can stop this. I think the only thing that can stop this deal is Tottenham. And maybe Ange Postecoglou hearing something he doesn't like and thinking... this might not be beneficial for my career. Look, it's not Celtic can't put an offer on the table or anything like that. Celtic can't outbid Tottenham. They can't compete with Tottenham. People think Champions League. I'm sorry, right? Champions League's good, but it's not the be all and end all. And let's be honest. If Ange gets time at Tottenham, he will be confident of getting them into top 4 and being in the Champions League with a team that he can actually realistically win it with.
Yeah.
And not at Celtic, where at best you're looking at maybe getting out of the groups last 16. That sort of result. So for me, I mean, it is a no-brainer that he goes to Spurs. He just can't turn this. And you're talking about, no, it's not about the money, but let's talk about money. He's probably going to be getting like maybe 4-5 times the amount that he gets at Celtic. That's what Spurs can afford to offer.
Say he takes the Tottenham job.
Say he gets sacked. He's looking at like a 50 million payout.
And the fact he's went to Tottenham, he is guaranteed another Premier League job. But the fact he managed Tottenham, in my opinion, I feel like he would be able to go into. You try to tell me Luton wouldn't take him?
Of course, yeah.
Another Premier League team.
It's not like Tottenham's going to kill his career. It's not like, yeah, he could, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't go to Tottenham and get off to a slow start and get sacked before he has a chance to turn things around. But I don't think that's automatically going to rule him out of future jobs. No one's going to go, oh, look at that guy, he went to Tottenham, didn't last. People know that Tottenham are a little bit ruthless and they tend to kill managers. They tend to get rid of them, like you look at Mourinho, Conte. But both of those guys have went on to do good things. Pochettino, he went on to manage PSG. So just because you get sacked for Tottenham doesn't mean that's the end of your career by any means.
No.
It just means your Tottenham career might not last that long. But look, for me, even exposure-wise, it's him getting to go for the Premier League, the biggest league in the world. It just opens up more career opportunities. Plus, you factor in Ange is 58 this year. He's not like a younger manager. If he was younger, then you could maybe see him turn it down. But I mean, there's no guarantee that he's going to get a chance like this again. People say wait till a better job comes around, with like a Liverpool or United. And how often do those jobs come around?
Tottenham would be a stepping stone to those sort of job, I think.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, how often?
Someone said in TalkSport it's a stepping stone to the City job. Don't know if he would be the heir to Ange or Pep, but we'll find out.
So yeah, I think he will go, and now it's just a matter of Celtic appointing a new manager. Neil Lennon's name has been tossed about, but he said he needs a break away from the club. He needs time away from Celtic. That's what
Celtic need a break for him.
So Neil Lennon has distanced himself from the new job. That's pretty much it. I mean, Davy Moyes has showed interest in the past to come to Scotland, whether it be to a club or whether it be to the national team. I think Davy Moyes could be the man to replace Ange. Whether Celtic fans would want him or not, I don't really know, and it doesn't really matter. Look, Ange will leave. I think he will be the Tottenham manager within the next 24 hours, 48 hours. So yeah, had a great career in Scotland, but after 2 seasons it's come to an end. A little bit disappointed we didn't get to see Ange versus Michael Beale next season, but I guess Celtic will have to find somebody else to do it.
Oh, aye. But anyway, guys, we're off to watch a penalty shootout.
Also, there's rumours that Kyogo could be joining him at Spurs, and you just wonder, is this the beginning of the end for Celtic? Does he take even more players? Does he look at Hatate? Does he maybe try and bring Carter Figures back to Spurs? What about Alistair Johnson, who's come in and looked really good? Could he be someone that could cut it in the Premier League? There's talk about Jota, when he's at his best, being next level, could go to the Premier League, bring that out of him. And you've got to wonder, I mean, Celtic have done really well in the Japanese and Asian market with Ange Postecoglou. Does that transfer policy now die with Ange?
Probably.
Is that Celtic gone now? Is Celtic signing the likes of a Hatate and a Kyogo? Is that done? Now that Ange is gone, will they bring a domestic manager, and are Celtic going to be going back to? Are Celtic going to be like kind of making championship level signings like we've seen in the past?
Yeah, I think that's what it could be. Ange's recruitment's been top notch, but now it could be bottom notch because it could be Lennon.
Could be get back to signing the likes of Barkas and shit. So yeah, that's it, guys. Ange Postecoglou will be leaving. He will be going to Spurs, and it sucks for Celtic. But you know what? I'm sure everyone else in Scotland will be loving this. Till next time, though. Peace.